What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode. It's November, so crazy, first week of November 2021, and I don't even know where this year it just flew by. It's so crazy. It's only 2 more months of this year, and I'm just, it's crazy. Just started, it feels like, but now it's like almost over and we're heading into 2022. That's so exciting, and it's going to be such an exciting year. It's going to be my building year when it comes to my bodybuilding journey, so I'm super excited about that. See what I can see how much muscle I can gain during my off season, and see what game plan we're going to have moving into the competitive year of probably 2023. We haven't really set any thing in stone just yet, because the thing is, so I was debating between two shows which one I should do, if I should do another one this year as a last show before I go into my off season. And I was thinking that I was going to do one that was in Washington DC, and then I was thinking that I might do one that is in Toronto. And I was just I don't know. I was just I couldn't decide on which one to do. And I was just deciding back and forth. And for a while, I wanted to do one in DC, and then I wanted to do the one in Toronto. Yeah. But yesterday, the 1st of November, I decided to do the one in Washington, D.C., and there are a few reasons for that. First of all, I don't have to travel outside of the U.S., which is nice. Second of all, my coach is going to be there. It's going to be amazing to meet him for the first time in person, and just have him around when I compete. That's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a totally different feeling. So that was the second reason. The third reason is that it is a natural show, which means that they are going to test us, and that also means that I get to compete against other natural girls. So that's just a huge plus in my opinion, because it feels kind of unfair if you go up against girls that are on different types of enhancements, like testosterone or other types of steroids. Just feels like it's not as fair as when I do this natural bodybuilding show. So I'm really excited about it, and that I finally decided on it, because I think Paul always wanted me to do it. So it's November 2nd. The show is November 19th. We're almost just 2 weeks out, which I'm even more pumped about, because I was starting to feel oh, maybe I should just do an off season. But don't get me wrong here, because I have been on maintenance calories for the past, since my last show, actually. So probably a lot of people think that I don't eat that much food, but I've been closer to 2,300 calories a day, which is pretty high for a girl. I mean, I can probably go higher, in a building season. But that's what we're going to figure out once I'm done with the show. Because after that, I am going to go into a building phase, which means that I, as an athlete, can't really let go of everything. I am still going to have to track most of my meals, 80% of the time at least. So just to make sure that I really get the food in that I need in order to build, because it's so important to get the right amount of food in and the right amount of protein. And talking about protein is really important for all of us. It's not only for me as an athlete. Protein is so important for a lot of different reasons, but mainly to keep your muscle mass, because even if you don't want to build muscles, which I would say that you will want to, you at least want to keep it. So you want to sustain the muscle mass that you do have, and that's a huge reason to why you want to eat enough protein to keep the muscle mass that you have, because it is way easier to keep what you have than to build new muscle mass. It's not as easy as you think. The only time it's really easy is when you start as a beginner, but as you get more and more used to it, and you're intermediate or advanced, It's not as easy. It takes time, a lot of time. But so, and even more importantly, as you get older, because as you get older, what happens is that if you don't use the muscle mass and if you don't like make sure to get enough protein and so on, you will start losing muscle mass, and that's what you really don't want to do. But back to my plans of like going into an off season after this competition, and that'll be good because I do need it. My body needs to recover and in order to build. um it's been a long season for me, I can't lie about that, but it's been really fun and really exciting. And I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy, but I have at the same time not been like dying because I've been on a good, like, flexible dieting plan. I've been following macros, which makes it easier because you can go outside of like a regular meal plan. I actually get to choose and decide myself what I want and I don't want to eat. The only thing there is that my options are pretty limited because I have a lot of allergies and my body just doesn't like a lot of different foods. So I know that it might look boring to you sometimes when I post the same meals each and every day, but I personally love it because I really, really like the food that I eat, honestly. So I don't have a problem with that, but it might seem boring to a lot of you people. So, but it's just like the way that I like to live my life. I like to have routines. I like to keep things simple because I want to be able to help as many people as possible. So I want to rather like spend my time working with you guys in order to help and provide value and um, teach you guys. And in order to teach you guys things, I need to learn, and that takes a lot of time. So, I mean, I just like to keep things simple when it comes to myself in order to be able to provide as much value as possible and help as many people as possible. But this show, it's in Washington D.C. and it's the Ben Weider Natural bodybuilding show. So yeah, it's 17 days, I believe. It's November 2nd today, so it's about 17 days out. We are gonna start like pushing it a little bit harder just to get me to where we want me to be. I'm not far off, probably about 3-4 pounds or so, like about 2 kilos maybe. So it's not bad. Which is like 2 kilos in 2 weeks. That's pretty, like, maybe I'm not even need to lose, like, we'll see what I look like. Maybe it's not 2 kilos, maybe it's just one. We'll see as we get closer. But we are going to change some things up. I am going to get lower on my calories. I am going to get more cardio these last few weeks. It's only for 2 more weeks, and then we're going to start building. And I'm so excited because we are going to push food up. We are going to bring cardio way down, and I'm going to get to lift and feel super strong. I feel strong in the gym, but those days I have those days when I just feel so tired and I just want to sleep. But I'm doing it. So the only thing is that I have had a lot of cravings this week, and I'm trying to really not give in. I haven't given in yet. But some of my tips and tricks around that is to eat a lot of vegetables. I do love to snack on veggies like carrot sticks or celery sticks or just like lettuce. I'm super weird, but that's like my go-to. And the other things are also, I need, like, I always, when I have like cravings, I always evaluate, is it like hormones? Am I about to get my period? Maybe. So if that's the case, there are a few things you can do about that. Maybe like increase your food intake with a little bit or so. Another thing that I do is I think about how much water I've had. Maybe I just need more water. Maybe I'm a little bit dehydrated or something. That might create like cravings because you're more hungry and so on. Maybe I just like am stressed, so I need to make sure to manage my stress better. Maybe I haven't slept enough, so I need to sleep more. Maybe I need to stick to a better like eating schedule so I don't get too hungry in between. So those are the things that I usually like look at. And another thing that I also use in order to cope with my cravings is BCAAs, because they are pretty like sweet. So I like to put them in my water sometimes just to get some like something that is a little bit sweeter. So I don't so I can reduce my craving a little bit. So that's like veggies and BCAAs are two of my go-tos, and I also like to drink teas. So they're not sweet, but I like ginger tea. I love ginger tea. So that's one thing that I also use if I feel like cold and crave something. I just like get some tea. So those are probably my go-to when I do have a lot of cravings, and it really helps. But also like spacing out my meals in an appropriate way really helped me to stay on track. So those are some of my tips when it comes to like cravings. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to share, but I can't come up with anything now. But if I do, I'll definitely share it with you. Um, it is my last week in Texas, and then I'm gonna go to LA, and I'm only gonna be there for a week, and then I'm gonna travel to DC. But it's gonna be nice to be back for a week at least, and then just like hang out there, meet some friends, and then get ready for the show, of course, because I just need to be stay on track for that week. And then after that, I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna meet more of my friends, and just like meet all the people that I know in LA, have breakfast with Arnold, or go with Arnold, and it's gonna be so much fun. I'm super excited. This has been like a great few weeks, but I am really excited to get back and see more people, because I I don't have as many friends out here, so it's kind of lonely, to be honest. So, yeah, it will be really fun. But for now, nutrition is going well, training is going great, and cardio is going well. So, I'm just like in a good spot. I will practice my posing even more, and I have been practicing it more. And hopefully, I'll practice some with Sandro when I get back to LA, so I have someone to practice with. But that's like my main thing. I just need to really dial in the posing now, and we're all good to go. So I'll update you more like when I get closer and show day and all that. And I'm super excited to share this with you guys. And this time, I hope this time it's gonna be the pro card. So I'll update you guys on that.